Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto. So I wanted to go over this real fast, right? Or at least not fast, but start getting into things. So I'm not going to sit around and spread around FUD and start making everybody think, negatively. What I am going to talk about are here are the facts, right? So the facts from my research is FTX had a problem with Alameda, or Alameda had a problem with its assets, the bulk of its assets being FTT. Behind the scenes, there were a whole bunch of things going on between CZ and SBF. Well, they all came to a head publicly, ugly, and now FTX, proper FTX, not FTX US, but FTX.com, has to get bought. They have liquidity problem. They had to run on the bank, and now they have to get. Binance has signed a non-binding agreement, meaning when we perform our due diligence, if we see something we don't like, we're going to walk away. Sounds about right. Now, let's look at it from the good side. They don't find anything. Everything's, kind of in shape, or at least in shape enough for them to go forward with purchasing FTX. Cool. Now, let's look at it from the bad side. They don't have anything good, and Binance says, nope, we don't want anything to do with you. Go fall on your face. That's going to be a problem. It's already a problem. If you look at the market right now, the market is taking a major, major hit, and I'll show you the numbers later. Depending on the platform that you're on, you'll see me go over the numbers. If not, you can go look at the numbers yourself. But if that happens, the crypto market will take a larger hit, albeit I think that hit will be relatively short term. That's what I think will happen, right? I'm kind of watching some coins right now. I'm seeing Doge. Doge is down at 9.2 cents. Matic is down at $1.04. Shiba Inu is down. We'll just call it 10.4, 10.3. Cardano is down at 37 points. Just looking at all these things, and I'm saying to myself, there's a lot that's going on. But these coins are kind of fighting back, kind of maintaining a certain level. And they're basically saying, yes, we're going to be affected by everything that's going on with FTX and their FTT coin, but it's really not us. When I look at Bitcoin is at 18,779. Ethereum is at 1360, right? Ethereum is still up from where it was. Remember, at similar numbers for Bitcoin, Ethereum was down at 1,000. So Ethereum is still up. Another example of that is XRP is still up. Remember, it rose from like 29, 30 cents all the way up to where it is now. So it's still up from recent lows. Matic is still up from recent lows, and even those recent lows were way up from where it had come from. So when I look at this, I kind of say, crypto versus taking a hit. But to me, I'm seeing resiliency, and in this action right now, I'm seeing a lot of opportunity. What I'm seeing is I'm probably going to go buy some more XRP. I'm probably going to go buy some Matic, and I'm probably going to go buy some SHIB. You're probably wondering why I'm not buying Doge. It's because I was already heavily in Doge. I am heavily in Matic and SHIB, but what I'm noticing is that when they rise fast, they rise hard. They have utility. They have real use cases, whereas Doge is basically based on Elon, so I don't know that recovery is going to be just as fast. XRP, I think, is going to rise up because they have a lot of positive momentum as well. And I think that case with the SEC is going to go their way, not the SEC's way. So, and even if it didn't go their way, okay, I think they'd figure it out, and there'd still be money in that coin. So I think it's a win-win there. Well, minor win. That's really really a loss, but sort of a minor win. And then the other one's a straight up win. When I look at Solana, I think I have $18 left in Solana. I was using it to mint. That's why I put a couple of bucks in. So I don't really count Solana. I don't even really look at Solana. I don't care. I don't believe in the project anymore. I once did. I don't anymore. But when I look at Matic, that's the crazy chain right there. That's the crazy freaking project right there. They have so much going on. So for me, loading up on Matic is a smart move because I see Matic quickly recovering once the dust settles and then having more news to drive them onward and upward. For Shiba Inu, I know that they have more news that's probably going to come out, no time soon. They're probably smart enough to wait now that, the whole market's taking this kind of a hit. But when I look at this, like I said, I'm looking at opportunities to buy, not necessarily that the market is, oh, it's collapsing, it's this. People don't turn around and look at from whence they came to where they are now. They have a recent history, and that's what they're basing their thoughts on, is that recent history. They're not looking at the real history. And we're not even talking about a long time ago. We're talking like, what, a month? You know what I mean? So a month, 2 months, you're looking at, most of these coins being way down below where they are now. So to me, this is a major opportunity. I was chatting with my friend Nicholas Ducran, and we're in the same boat. We're like, oh, this is sale time. This is Christmas time for us because we're going to go snatch some stuff. So that's what I'm looking at. But if you're looking at FTX, this is one of the reasons why in a lot of my videos, I say to people, stop playing around with custodial wallets. Put money into a custodial wallet, handle your transaction, immediately take those assets or whatever you've done off of that out of that custodial wallet. I do not preach the use of centralized exchanges except for specific uses. Very specific uses, right? And FTX is a prime reason why. There is no FDIC there. FDIC is for banks. This is not a bank. It acts like a bank, but they're not. So they have there's no net underneath. And even then, if it were a bank, that FDIC is only up for $250,000 per account. Okay, so you want to pay attention to what you're doing, how you're doing it, where you're doing it. You don't want to be overexposed to any kind of centralized exchange. I heard a comment today that CZ is dedicated to the decentralization space, and I'm like, you run a centralized exchange. Like, that statement, he didn't make it. Other people had said it about him. I'm just like, that statement is a really dumb statement. But like I said in a previous video, little guy pisses off big guy squashes little guy. That's what happened here. Sam Bankman-Fried, should have thought a little bit more pragmatically, acted a little bit more pragmatically. I think that, hopefully he'll learn his lesson this time. This is not the last of him. You'll see him again. I'm sure of it. But you should pay attention to where you have your money, where you have your digital assets, how you're storing them, what you're using for them. Be prepared for the future. The future is not that far away where you're going to start seeing things just take off. Because they can't keep too many things under wraps right now. You can't contain it so much anymore. So they're going to take off. So looking at BTC, if you want to scoot over and take a look at the numbers. Let me flip this over. All right, so you now know, excuse me, I have my inner band depicted here with the green lines. You have my outer band with the blue lines. Now, you're clearly below my inner band. Bitcoin has definitely dropped below my inner band. What I'm looking for now is this 17.6 mark. That's what I'm looking at, because that's the most recent low that we established with Bitcoin. That's what I'm paying attention to. That's seriously what I'm paying attention to. Looking at everything in a broad stroke, like I said, Matic is probably a purchase option for me. Shiba Inu is probably a purchase option for me. XRP is a purchase option. Maybe even some Cardano. I might choose to snatch up some Ethereum. loading up on Bitcoin is also not a bad call. It's just that I've got that, but that's what I'm looking at right now. So I'm waiting for the dust to settle over the next few days. You're going to hear about CZ and his team doing their due diligence. I hope everything works out well. If not, we'll see another drop for sure. But remember, it's a drop based on a macro event that has nothing to do with any other coin. I want you to think about that. FTX is not a big exchange. Here, let me flip over. Okay. FTX is not a big exchange. It's a smaller exchange. Tiny guy. Binance is the biggest exchange. They're not the ones experiencing the problem. Coinbase is not involved in this. None of the other, centralized exchanges are involved in this. None of the other coins. The only two coins that are being affected by this, or should be affected by this, FTT, Solana, because FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, used to own about 10% of Solana. Those are the coins I could see that should be directly affected. Everything else is just a reaction. Everything else is just a reaction to a macro event, and it's an overreaction. So I'm presented with opportunities here. I'm probably going to take advantage of these opportunities. Matic is now down to $1.0376. I'm sitting back and I'm going, yeah, that's probably going to be an option for me. I'm looking to see if it's going to go below $1. So again, for me, I'm just waiting for the dust to settle. I'm not panicking. I'm relaxed. I always have a little bit of coin on the side, a little bit of money on the side to dip in when I can dip in on events like this, because I have that kind of faith in the cryptoverse. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions or comments, do me a favor, leave them down there. Morgan, hey, thanks for the messages. I really appreciate it. Definitely helps to put wind in my sails. Have a good one. Bye-bye.